It's a day of celebrations for Kim Jong Un's birthday in North Korea. He's also chosen the day to announce that elections will go ahead in March, but there will only be one candidate in each constituency. Let's cross to our correspondent Harry Fawcett, who's joining us from Seoul with the latest. Harry, so this friendship between Dennis Rodman and Kim is continuing. What else is on the cards for the birthday celebrations?
Well, we don't know really. It's not a public holiday, as are the birthdays of his father and his grandfather. So far, the North Korean leadership has decided to keep Kim Jong Un's birthday a fairly low-key affair. They don't even say exactly how old he is, although it is believed that he is 31 years old. Last year, he was reported at least to have given out sweets to children across the country. This year, there are reports that he might be giving out some kind of souvenir to mark the occasion. What we do know, though, is that it will be marked by this basketball match. As you say, this intriguing relationship between Dennis Rodman and Kim Jong Un continues. The former NBA player, the former Chicago Bulls player, has this time brought with him a number of other former NBA players, as well as street basketballers, and they will be having an exhibition match against a North Korean team sometime today. And so that's the main event, and obviously we'll await to see pictures of exactly what happens and what kind of access they get to Kim Jong Un himself. There's been a lot of criticism of Dennis Rodman for doing this at a time so soon after the very public execution of Kim Jong Un's uncle, Chang Song-taek, and at a time when an American, Kenneth Bae, continues to be held in North Korea for supposed anti-state crimes. As you say, the only news we've got out of Pyongyang so far on this birthday has been that there will be an election in March. It's a 5-yearly event, so we could have expected it to happen in 2014. And as you say, there aren't any real elections going on. It's just people being nominated in each constituency. They will run unopposed. There'll be a huge turnout of nearly 100%. But analysts will get the opportunity at least to sort of pore over who's in and who's out and what that might mean for any continuing leadership changes in North Korea.
Well, this day, Harry, will no doubt be being watched by South Korea too. Are there any concerns over instability now, Harry, in the north following that execution of Kim's uncle that you mentioned?
Well, certainly that there were in the days after that happened, and after that extraordinarily public set of events when he was first pulled out of a Politburo meeting, and then there were pictures of him on trial, and he was really hugely described as an anti-state criminal, in effect. In the days after that, the defense minister here in South Korea said that they could expect some kind of provocation from North Korea. He even put a date on it, sometime between the end of January and the beginning of March. As well as that, we're hearing that this week that the US is reinforcing its troops here, 28,500 about US troops here. 800 more will be coming to South Korea in this year, although the South Korean Defense Ministry says that that decision was made well before the news about Chang Song-taek. The other interesting events in the last few days have been Kim Jong Un's own New Year message, in which, among other things, he did talk about trying to improve relations with the South, although that is something that is often said in such messages. And Park Geun-hye, the president here, talking about trying to restore the family reunion process, whereby those divided by the Korean War, that the fighting in which stopped in 1953, can try and see each other on the other side of the border. Still awaiting for any response from Pyongyang to that offer.